Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Sig here, and today I'm going to do an impromptu video about declawing your felines or cats. As you all know, I am Storm's owner, as you would say. Now, Storm is considered a pet to me, a companion. To my husband and I, probably a very lovable member of this family. Most people, I don't think, are quite educated on what declawing cats are, or what about all that goes into declawing cats. I know my husband did not know as much of why I was against it till he did his own research about what declawing cats are, so I'm going to try to educate you guys as much as I possibly can without rambling. To declaw a cat is actually a surgery. It is not a cosmetic surgery. What you're basically doing is you are cutting probably about that much off of their fingers. If you were to take the cat's paw, compare it to your hand, alright? So you're taking off about that much. Basically the last knuckle off. Alright? Now I'm hoping that if you were to decide to do it, God, I hope you don't, because I am so morally against this. My apartment, I was pretty much forced to do this because I don't think many people look at different options that there are. Opposed to getting your cat declawed? Now, there's about 3 ways of doing this. Alright. Either ones, they're not very pretty. There's the cosmetic way, which I don't even know why they call it cosmetic. Let's just call it what it is. Alright? What they do is they go into the last section, the last pad of their paw, and they go in there and then they take off this part right here of their paw, which means more healing time. Sorry about that, I had a very naughty kitty I had to take care of. But anyway, so they cut off, they go inside the pad of the foot, they cut off this part, which is more healing time and does require stitches. Now, they have this way, which is called the guillotine method. Well, at least they're being honest and telling you what it is. So, imagine here's your cat's pad, here's the claw, ding, and then, like, off with your head. But it's their paw. Now that is the one that Storm had done. It's the most common procedure, and it took about 2 weeks for her to heal. Then there's the laser method that is like the guillotine method, except for they use the laser, and once again it's going to be glue that they use to seal it shut. And that's about, from what I've called around and researched, that's about $100 extra, and it's rather new, so not a whole lot of vets do it. But yeah, not really what I would consider. Of course, I wouldn't consider this at all. Because did you know that it is actually illegal to declaw your cat in 38 countries? I don't have the list of all the countries, but it's pretty much an American thing. Canada right now is trying to get rid of the whole declawing of the cat, because it is a part of their paw And the cat put 60% of their body weight on their front paws. So now that you took the last knuckle, which is an appendage of their foot, off, they not only have to learn how to walk all over again, I honestly do believe that they do have phantom pain. If you do not know what phantom pain is, it is where you still feel the pain of a limb that you are missing. And the fact that it is an amputation, I do believe there is a depression. I personally have noticed in my cat Storm, there is definitely a whole different personality in her. Last night, she was finally healed up enough to get her cat tree. And honestly, I felt so bad. I wanted to cry because she's having to learn how to climb up this tree all over again. And climbing is definitely a part of her personality. It is what she loves to do. And she kept falling down because she's so used to being able to use her claws to grip onto the carpet of her tree and help hoist herself up there. Now without the claws that she is used to, she is falling on her back, and I am sure that is causing a lot of pain, as well as being stressed and more depressed. Because she has to learn how to do this process all over again. Not only is it painful in that part, but as she is, now I got very lucky with this, that as they're healing, most cats do not use the litter box again. They can't compensate the fact that it's the paws that hurt when I'm using the litter box, but they're thinking it's the litter box that hurts them. Now, it doesn't take a whole rocket scientist to figure that one out, but after a while, most cats stop using the litter box, and pet owners are usually putting it into it's a urinary tract infection. No, that is not the case. Also, they stop eating as much. I did have this problem with Storm, that she went through a cup of food a day. She would get a half cup in the morning and then a half cup in the evening. Well, she was going 2 days without eating. I didn't see her drink. My husband did see her drink. So we had to go to the vet, and he did give her a shot to increase her eating. Now, she is only eating, I would say, probably a half a cup a day. She just goes for her first feeding. She hasn't went for her second feeding. What else would there be? Like I said, there's the mood changes. And I'm going to tell you the things that I experienced. Getting her back from the vet was actually very stressful, I think, on both of us. I was told to go get her at 9 in the morning the next day because they do spend the night for observations and healing. Alright, so I go and I pick her up at 9. I'm supposed to just get my cat, and I gotta work at 11 later that day. I go to get her, and I can already tell there's something wrong for the way this reception lady is acting towards me from what she had acted prior. Not that she was mean or anything, but you could tell something was going on. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, and she told me that either somebody was supposed to come that evening like they normally do and check on the animals that are staying over. Well, apparently nobody did, or they didn't show up. I don't know. I guess she started bleeding overnight. Well, they couldn't just give her back to me. They had to have the vet check her out before I could get her back. Alright, so I'm sitting there for about another half hour. No big deal. I'd rather have Storm be safe than get her injured. So I get her, we get into the car, she starts bleeding all over again, bring her back in. They tape her up in a boot, she rips it off. We get home, she's bleeding all over my carpet, all over my furniture. She's in pain, she is attacking me due to the pain. Put her back in the carrier, bring her to the vet. Well, now they're telling me she needs to just stay for a little bit longer, so they get a different kind of glue that back on where she was bleeding from. Alright, so bring her back home. Now she's biting at the paw, which is going to increase infection even though she has pain pills and an antibiotic. Great. So bring her back. I'm tearing up, I'm bawling, I'm feeling bad because to me this is my baby. I have anxiety and she helps calm it. Okay, great. So go back, they tell me she's gonna stay an extra night for observation. My husband ends up talking to them, puts on an e-collar. She has to have an e-collar on for about 2 weeks. As long as the glue stays up and so she can't get at it. It's pretty bad when your vet calls her MacGyver and she's stubborn. Because she can get at it. She finds all these different ways to get at her paw, and there we go. Now she's decreased her eating, and I was fortunate that she keeps using the litter box, but her attitude and everything has changed. I know that her chances of developing arthritis is greater in declawed cats because they have to learn how to distribute their weight all over again. They have to learn how to walk all over again. They do a lot of bunny hopping because they do not want to use their paws. So honestly, what I'm going to tell you is if you have any more questions, please ask me. I will answer them for you. There's many different methods. I hope that your vets, if you do choose to get your cat declawed, I hope they tell you the different methods. There is soft paws that is pretty much, you gotta trim the cat's nails and they go by the weight of the cat. They come in different colors, different sizes, due to the weight of the cat, like I said. And it's pretty much like an acrylic nail. They can climb and do whatever they want, and it saves on their paws. Alright, so I hope to talk to you later. Bye!